Hello, Stuart here at HobbyKing.com. Now, no surprises for guessing what today's daily is about. It is, of course, the Mustang you see behind me. This is our new version of our Durafly P-51 Mustang in this stunning Old Crow scheme. Now, the Durafly Mustang, as many of you will already know, is a very popular model in the range, and rightly so. Not only does it fly exceptionally well, but it also looks stunning. Certainly the scale outline on this model in particular is very, very good. Now, I'm going to go into details about the history of the Old Crow scheme first, and then we'll talk a little more about the model. Now, the Old Crow is a scheme worn by a gentleman called Bud Anderson. He was one of the American Air Force's top scoring aces during World War II, based out of England. He was part of the 357th Fighter Group, and he had over 16 confirmed victories to his name. Through his years of combat, saw a few different versions. We've actually picked the scheme that his P-51D used during the latter part of 1944, and in that instance it's very close to and very true to scale, so it sits very well with our Durafly P-51D. I'll give you an example of the quality of the finish here. Very nicely sprayed finish. You've got obviously olive drab on the top and like grey underneath. Now, traditionally, olive drab has always been open to skepticism. No one really knew what the true tone is for olive drab. Obviously, the conditions out in the field in real life would change on a daily and weekly basis, so there was never a true olive drab. But we are very pleased with this rendition of the olive drab on the ground underneath, and I think you'll agree it looks pretty much spot on. Those victories that I mentioned from Bud Anderson, the pilot that flew this in the Second World War, you can see those victories just nicely detailed on the side of the cockpit there. And then throughout the model, the finish itself is superb. These are vinyl type decals, so they are very strong and very sturdy, and apply very, very well. Now, the model itself, as you know, it's 1100mm wingspan. That's just a fraction over 43 inches. It runs on a 2200 3S, same as the majority of the range from Durafly. If I turn it over, you'll see, some of you may already know this, but for those of you who don't, we'll go through it. It comes with metal trunnion electronic retracts. They're pre-installed. It has aileron servos, it has rudder and elevator servo, but also the servos here are the flap servos. Now, these are different because they are actually slowed to give you a nice slowed scale-like flat maneuver, which is very beneficial when you're coming into land. It helps smooth out the initial bump of deploying the flaps. So very nice feature there, and if I turn it over again, we'll just take another look at the detail here. You can see that it's quite a nicely detailed and very open cockpit there. That's always nice to see. If I lift the hatch off here, see it's a nice battery hatch. It doubles as the canopy, of course. Gives you excellent access to the innards of the Mustang. You can see those two servos, I think, just installed there. You can see that? Yep, great. And up the front here, you've got the pre-installed 35 amp speed controller. That has an XT60 plug on it. And then, of course, your 2200 3S will just slot right in the front there, all the way forward. That's your CAG. Pop the hatch back on. That has a nice reassuring click there with the mechanical latch. And all told, she is a beaut. Flies exceptionally well, as you will see from the product video. Really, I really enjoy flying this one. I was flying it just the other day when we shot that video, and for landing and takeoff especially, she is impeccably well behaved. Not only because of the wide track undercarriage, but also the steerable towel that you'll see here. That's linked to the rudder, of course. One last feature, we'll just turn it over again. The drop tanks here, these are removable, so if you wish, you can slide these off, and you have a cleaner wing for which to go strafing your local flying field. So all in all, a stunning version of our ever popular P-51. The Old Crow scheme is represented very well here. It's an honour for us here at Durafly to carry this scheme, and I think the model has done it justice. So look out for this right now in a warehouse near you, because this, being a Durafly model, of course, is available globally right now. Spare parts are also available for this model in the warehouse at the same time. You'll see those spare parts available when you add this to your cart this afternoon when you see this daily. So, thank you very much for watching. Take a look at the product video. Please leave your comments under that. We'd love to hear them. And I will see you next time.